What's up, guys? My name is JellyCut5 and welcome back to the episode of the Creator Club series. Before we do get into this particular video, it'd be much appreciated if you haven't done so already to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that notification button so you never miss a video. We start off today's episode. If you track back a few episodes, we did actually release a scout out into Brazil. He came back with a few options, none that was really taking my eye, but one that did actually take my eye was Eduardo Araujo. He's 16 years old, 5'9". He's got a decent amount of pace, 72 pace. In terms of his actual physical stats and so on, I mean, he's a 3-star 1-star, but he's got a potential from 66 to 92, and he's 52 rated at 16 years old. So maybe watch this space, and he might just be in the lineup at any point in time. The first game of the episode comes up against Bromley away, the newly promoted side into League 2. We find themselves away from home, but a 3-0 victory in the end seemed pretty comfortable. And as you can see on the right hand side, the ratings were pretty good. Marcelo Flores, Zedinayas and Hoverath getting on the score sheet to be able to solidify a 3-0 victory. So a clean sheet, 3 points, a great way to start off the episode. And as you can see there, Marcelo Flores getting the Man of the Match award for that particular game. So hats off to himself, a very good performance, and he's looking to string a few decent performances together now, hoping to get himself a monster goals even more. And let's see if we can budge that rating up just a little bit more, but we'll come back to that in some time. Another post on the social media was from Munir to see about his actual form as of the moment, and he's on top of the clean sheets chart. 5 clean sheets, 9 matches, 9 goals conceded, and an average rating of 7.0. I have to say that's not a bad season for himself. He's 35 years old. He is declining in form, unfortunately, in terms of the rating and so on, which is a little bit disappointing, but bearing in mind we did pick him up on a free with only a 2-year deal. And as you can see, another big post for ourselves as a club from Zedinayas, the Athletic, posting it this time. Top players put in top performances, and that's exactly what Zedinayas has been doing recently. So a lot of decent talk about our players, which is a real positive factor that has to be said. And another positive factor is we are actually through to the next lot of the Bristol Streets Motor Trophy after a victory against Tranmere Rovers. We did play a strong side for the simple fact that a lot of these players won't be playing in the next game due to international duties. But a 2-1 win over Tranmere Rovers, 6 points from the 2 games that we possibly could have won, and we did. And that is a very, very good start in that competition. And up next is Morecambe at home. Morecambe have been steady this season. They've been staying in the mid-tables. Haven't really done anything spectacular, but they haven't been poor at the same time. Expecting 3 points, but at the same time, you never know. Bearing in mind, we have had to make a numerous amount of changes, and that always alters factors when you are playing these sort of games. The big losses is no Munir, no Reyes or no Amati either. Joel Scott and Harris filling the void at the centre-back options there. Hyde coming back in at goal there. Decent attacking options with Charles Arlo Tomlinson and Alejandro Zenias, and the same midfield of Elliott, Prince and Welch. So not too bad. Jamal Lewis is on the left-hand side. He didn't get called up either, and bearing in mind Zenias didn't get called up either. So at least we've got some decent players on the pitch, but at the same time, when you do make changes, especially between the sticks, it can open up for a world full of problems. Morecambe look to start the game nice and strong here as Hope picks the ball up, the number 9 there, with an option to be able to find Brown, and exactly just why I said it could create options, because already in 3 minutes in this particular tie, Morecambe find themselves ahead. It's JD Cook FC 0, Morecambe 1, and that's a very good start to this particular game away from home for the travelling side Morecambe there. And I can't say anything else, that they just had a really good start, really quick in the play, just did what they needed to do. Kind of caught me off guard to a degree, to be honest. Didn't expect such a quick start. Harris and Scott, a new partnership that I haven't tried in this particular fold, bearing in mind we have no Amati or Reyes. Harris I'm pretty sure of, but I'm not too sure on Scott's abilities in game. But we'll continue on. Bobby Gibbons finds Tomlinson on the right hand side. Tomlinson trying to get into the game, finding Charles John then with an option to be able to stride forward there, as you can see. Morecambe stopping ourselves in our tracks there as Edwards picks it up on the left hand side. Really good options in the middle for Lewis there, as you can see, the number 17. Could switch it to the right hand side, but he turns back to the left there, as you can see, and cones to the middle. Really good play from Morecambe so far. Nice fluent passing as they find himself in a really good position 8 minutes in. Brown on the right hand side. He looks to get the ball into the area there, and Hyde forced into the save as he asks questions of his defenders. That is not a good start for JD Cook FC whatsoever. We're going to be needing some riling up from the boss, but Welch intercepting in the middle there, finding Charles John. Could this be the moment? Welch gets himself into the game. Tomlinson offering support on the right hand side. Wayward pass though, as you can see, still picks it up. Ball into the middle there, as you can see. Charles John trying it with the bicycle kick, and he is not successful. Welch picks it up, but hang on. John. Charles John is in some despair. Zednyai still carries on. We're going to have to go back to that. Elliott, now Tomlinson. Tomlinson with the shot. And it is blocked going out for a corner kick. But that is the end of Charles John's game. That is very, very not what I wanted to see whatsoever. I think in the moment where he just went up for the acrobatic finish, he's just landed really poorly. And he might have done himself some damage in that moment in time. And we have had to make some substitutions. Austin Parkin coming on for Charles John as we do get the corner, but the corner is being put out straight away, and this could go from bad to worse. Brown with the opportunity to stride forward. Scott did hold him up, but Hope finds Edwards on the left hand side. Scott still got a lot of work to do there as he splits himself. Hope in the ball now. We'll see if he can get a ball into the box there. Lewis now back to Hope. Hope could twist and turn. He does. Harris clears his lines though. Very good defending, and that is the end of that attack. All Morecambe so far, and with that injury to Charles John, nothing fills me with any sort of confidence of how this game is going to go at a wet JD Cook Arena. Really, really poor start in this particular game. Hoping to pick it up, but Morecambe still continuing. Lewis, now Hope once again. Hope remaining on the ball there, as you can see, as he skips past the defenders. He makes them look silly. Skips past Gibbons. He puts himself onto Edwards there. Very good challenge from Harris as he looks to be able to clear his lines and end this attack, but he can't. Edwards finds Hope. This could be the final goal for Morecambe in this half, but it isn't to be as Hyde makes a very big save. Still some time to play in this half though. 10 minutes left to play as Lewis picks himself up in the middle. Really good option there, but Gibbons with a really good tackle, finding himself to go on to Welch there. Trying to see if we can get some sort of attacking moves as Welch plays a lovely ball onto Tomlinson. He kind of nails it down to foot there as he looks to try to see if he can get the ball into the air. Austin Parkin just doesn't really challenge the defender whatsoever, and Morecambe go back in possession. This is really, really poor from ourselves. There's just nothing to be created, and Bobby Gibbons there trying to see if he can get back on the winger as the advantage was being played. Edwards now skipping past him. He's making him look silly on that right hand side. He finds himself in the area. Hope once again. Now Lewis on the ball. He skips past Harris. Could he find himself on the second there? He does it so well, and you have to have hats off to Morecambe for that bit of attacking play. It's JD Cook FC 0, Morecambe 2, and they go into the second half 2-0 up. It looks to be. This is very, very poor half from JD Cook FC. No kind of creativeness about us whatsoever. The passing's not fluent. The defending is poor. No attacking options whatsoever, and maybe the international break is starting to hit us a little bit harder than we originally expected. So going into the second half, we're going to need a big improvement, that has to be said, but whether that's going to be the case, I'm just not too sure of it, in all fairness. It's been really, really bleak for ourselves, but let's see if we can get something started as we look to be able to defend this attacking barrage from Morecambe. Lewis picks it up there as Hyde makes a very comfortable save in that moment in time, but still nothing rated. 73 minutes being played. Morecambe quite happy to sit back and allow the pressure as they know they've got 2-goal advantage as they still go on the attack. Harris with an interception, finding Prince in a dangerous bit of the park. Welch now picks it up. Could this be the moment now, as you can see Parkin offering his services as Ed Nyas picks it out on the left hand side. Could he cut it on side and find it on the right, but a poor pass still goes back out to Elliott. Elliott to Prince now. Come on now, we can do something. Now Parkin, now that's the moment. 76 minutes being played and we finally found the back of the net thanks to the efforts of Austin Parkin. Decent ball into the middle, just finds himself open and he hits it on his right foot, and that is a lovely finish, but unfortunately I have to say it's not enough. We didn't have one attack after that whatsoever. It's just been really, really poor. Another loss, 3 losses now. Bearing in mind we've had a good start to the season, so this is not something that we should really be negative about whatsoever. We came up against a better side. They definitely kind of proved that. 2 decent goals, and unfortunately we did was too little too late of getting back in that one, and the matters get worse. Charles John is out for 7 months due to an ACL injury. That's a massive blow to the season. We might not be seeing him for pretty much most of the remainder now, if not to the end. Very, very interesting, because that will hinder his development, and bearing in mind he's a massive prospect, and that might just nail the chances of him maybe featuring in League One. I'm not too sure, but we'll continue on, and hopefully we will hope for a speedy recovery in that moment in time. But our faces turn to Newport County away from home. We really need a bounce back sort of result. Newport having a good season so far, it has to be said. A bit similar to Morecambe. They've been up in the top 5 mid-table sort of thing. They've done well so far, so a decent result will be needed, but we have got a strong side. Everyone is back there. Manur back in goal, Reyes and Amati back in your centre-backs. Still the same midfield there with Prince, Welch and we've gone for Hoverav, sorry, not Elliott, so it's a little bit of a change, but more of attacking options in that middle. The attacking third looks good as well with Flores, Parkin and Zednyaya, so I'm hoping for a result against Newport County. But let's get straight into this game. 3 minutes into the tie, Parkin finds himself in a good option there. He kind of lost the ball, but then he picks it back up, finding Zednyaya on the right-hand side. He cuts in between the defenders with an option to find Marcelo Flores. It's a great ball there as he tries to keep it on the pitch. He cuts it on the right. He looks for the shot, and that is a very good clearance, but it falls back out to Princeton with an option to be able to find a blue shirt once again. He takes his time finding Hovrath as he skips past into the gap there, as you can see, but a very good defensive bit of awareness there from the Newport County defender as he finds Whitmore, but Welch with an interception. He finds Parkin. He turns the defenders. This could be the moment, and he just drags it wide. That was a very good opportunity to find the back of the net, make it 1-0, but it wasn't to be, and it takes for 33 minutes for another opportunity to be created. This time Parkin trying to find Marcelo Flores on the left-hand side. The clearance isn't good enough though, as it falls back out to Jamal Lewis. The man from Northern Ireland finds Hovrath then with an option to be able to see if he can switch the sides. Prince now. This could be good from Prince. He runs past the defenders. We haven't seen a goal from him just yet, but we have now. Newport County 0, JD Cook FC 1, and we break the deadlock in the 35th minute there. As you can see, Prince with the goal. He's not really one to be normally against monster goals, but this time he is, and that is a very vital goal in our charge for League 2. A very good moment for Prince there. He just took his time and assessed his option, and he just thought, you know what, I'm just going to run this past the defenders and try my luck, and it's definitely worked out in his favour. A really good finish on his right foot, just nailing it into the top corner. Haven't seen as much of him from an attacking option, but this time he's really proved his worth, and that is a very good finish. It took the second half though for anything to be created. The first half was pretty quiet apart from the few opportunities. Newport County struggling to get out of their own half and create any opportunities, so the second half will definitely need to be better from their sort of perspective. As Gibbons tries to cover his line, so does Amati there as he makes strong in the tackle. It was a really good option to be able to see if he can go down the byline. He can't really get the pass off though. Amati losing that play, and Reyes is torn between the two. It's now Munir brought into action, and Prince clears his lines. Very good save from Munir. Pretty direct at him, it has to be said, but strong in the save. And what a flick that is on to Marcelo Flores as he strides down the line, using his pace there, as you can see, trying to beat the defenders and keep himself on the ball to create an opportunity for JD Cook FC. He finds his teammate there, but he just can't do anything in that moment. A very good bit of counter-attacking, it has to be said though, from the mistake from Newport County. And we continue on. 60 minutes being played now. Newport still not creating any sort of threat just as of yet, but it's still in this game with only a 1-goal deficit as they continue on. Jepcott finds himself with an option to be able to see if he can play it wide. He goes to Baker Richardson though as he skips past Gibbons, does really well. He turns, he twists, really good stuff now. Munir brought into action once again, quick on there as you can see, and how that's not gone in I'm not too sure, because if that was on target I feel like Munir was well and truly beaten. But we continue on in the counter-attacking play. Zednyaya now striding forward. It's gone from one moment to the other there. He takes a heavy touch to get past the defenders. He's taken his own defender out, and we've taken our chance because it's Newport County 0, JD Cook FC 2, and that is a great moment to take. What a finish that was from Zednyaya, and what a bit of attacking play that was from the whole side, in all fairness. From one moment Newport County looked like it was going to score, and we've gone up the other end and we've got a goal ourselves. It's really, really good stuff, it has to be said. Newport County will be feeling a little bit of a sucker punch on that particular one, especially when the defender takes out their own player. But a really good finish nevertheless. Opened his body up just to be able to curl it round to the goalkeeper, and I was really impressed with that moment in time. So that is another goal for Zednyaya, and there's a 2-goal lead that we've now got in this particular tie. Really comfortable stuff. And we're looking to now to see this out, in all fairness, with 20 minutes left to play. Newport County still yet to really create anything in the second half to be able to kind of be worthy of a goal, it has to be said. Bobby Gibbons now getting stuck in on the right hand side, finding his teammate Welch there as he finds himself in a really good position. Austin Parkin now to the right hand side to Zednyaya. Really good stuff this is from JD Cook FC. Many options in the box there. Zednyaya takes his time. He finds Parkin. Shot blocked. Back out to Prince there. And that is a very good save made by the Newport County keeper. Substitutions to be made now. Latter parts of the second half. Cunningham can come onto the pitch and so can Tomlinson. Tomlinson switched to the left and Cunningham playing as a lone striker. 7 minutes left to play and the game is pretty much done and dusted. It has to be said. It's been really comfortable for ourselves. We've done what we need to do and we've still got another opportunity here. Welch finding Parkin. Parkin's still on the pitch for Cunningham, hasn't come on just as yet. And Parkin has got his goal. It's for 85 minutes being played. And it's Newport County 0, JD Cook FC 3. And Austin Parkin back on the score sheet once again there. And that is really good stuff as he will leave way for Mason Cunningham. A very good bit of play out of nowhere. And once again, that man in midfield, Welch, just bossing in the midfield, intercepting when needed. And he's done so well for us this season. And we're only that little bit into it. So let alone what it will be be like at the end of the season in terms of his stats and so on. Really good finish from Austin Parkin though, one-on-one with the keeper. He's held his nerve and he's nailed it into the bottom corner to make it 3-0. So really, really good half. Nevertheless, I mean, the first half was complete and so was the second half in all fairness. And that was it for the whole game in total. What a game that was for ourselves. 3 points picked up away from home. It's been a bit rocky, obviously, coming off that loss against Morecambe, but we've picked ourselves up. We've gone again. The setup was right, the team was right, and the boss man is definitely happy with that particular one. Austin Parkin being noted there, 4 attempts, 1 goal. I can't really nip out any player in that particular side because no one played badly whatsoever. Everyone was pretty fluent. They did what they needed to do, and we got the job done. As you can see, man of the match performance for Prince there, as he was named man of the match in that game against Newport County. Happy to see that, to be honest, because I like to see different faces. As much as you like to see consistency from your players, it's nice to see different players pick up them sort of awards and kind of get going in the side. Another notable factor is the team of the week, this particular one, and Prince and Zenyais are both in that. So that's the first time we've had 2 players in the team of the week, which is really interesting. Hopefully we can even get a few more players as time goes on, but very intriguing factors having players feature in team of the week weekly and just being able to kind of be consistent and get decent performances to be highlighted in the social media aspects. Our last game of the episode comes at home at the JD Cook Arena, looking for 3 points against Port Vale. A side that hasn't really been doing too much this particular season, it has to be said. Been there or thereabouts, but been pretty standard in terms of the player that they have been offering so far. So we're looking to take the most of that and get the 3 points. We've got a strong side on display today, so there's no reason why we can't take our chances and get ourselves another 3 points in the bag and hopefully be even onto our total of points even higher. Top goal scoring teams there. As you can see, we're much superior compared to last time from AFC Wimbledon. 26 goals we have scored this particular season, 6 more than AFC Wimbledon, so a good factor in itself, that is for certain. Looking at the team, we're going to get that in a minute, but realistically it's the same side of what we've been fielding. Welch is there, Zenyais is there, Munir is there. We've gone for a difference in terms of the centre-back, which is sometimes a little bit unusual, but we've gone for Harris and then we've gone for Reyes, purely for the factors we just want to change it up in terms of fitness and so on. There's been a few players that's been unfit and things like that, so we've had to change it up. We've got no choice, bearing in mind that we've got injury as well with Charles John. That affects the attacking options, hence why Tommy Elliott's on the left hand side and Austin Parkin's up top. Otherwise we would normally have it with Parkin on the left and Charles John up the top, if for the case obviously Marcelo Flores just being a little bit unfit on the stamina. Wood obviously comes in on the middle as well, which is interesting to see. I haven't really played much of him, and Gibson comes in on the left hand side for Jamal Lewis. So a few changes, but I'm definitely confident in our play. Elliott's been playing really well in the middle. Let's see what he can do on the left hand side. Gavin Wood, picks it up in the middle, finding Bobby Gibbons there with really good effort, but a lovely save made by Ben Amos. He's been around the Football League for many times now, as he features today for Port Vale, so a good save from himself. And it's been a boring first half as we reached the half an hour mark in the first half. Nothing really creative from each side as we look to be able to see what we can do here. As Zenyais picks it up on the right hand side, tries to get a ball in, can't do so though. Austin Parkin still keeps in possession, but the poor ball in from Bobby Gibbons, that's really, really poor. And Port Vale look to try and see if they can get themselves on the counter-attack. Harris holds them up. He does really well to hold them up, in full fairness. Bobby Gibbons trying to still get in position as he covers the centre-back role as Harris goes on across onto the wing there. Bobby Gibbons now brought into action. Advantage being played off the impediment from Harris there, as you can see. A really good option. And that he done the hard part, but he just couldn't execute the finish. Curtis will be ruining that one because that was a really good opportunity, but it wasn't to be for the striker. The chances didn't stop there for Port Vale, and they really look like opening and scoring, to be honest. Grant picks himself up to Stockley then. Really good opportunity, and how that does not go in, I am not too sure. Ricocheting off the bar. As you can see, it's still reverberating. I don't even know what happened in that moment in time. It just literally just hammers the bar, and luckily the half-time whistle kind of saves us, to be honest. But we start the second half a little bit shaky, knowing that, to be honest, they had a very good half, Port Vale. They created some chances, and we really need to start the second half strong. Elliott looks to be able to see if he can try and do so as he plays it back to Welch after making a bursting run on the left hand side. Gibbons with the opportunity this time round. Defenders do block, but he wins onto the header. Now Wood back to Parkin. Welch. This could be good for ourselves. Welch running into the box now. Tries to get the shot off. He does, but Ben Amos forced into the save, putting out for a corner kick. Prince to whip in the corner then, as you can see, but a clearance by Port Vale, giving us another opportunity from the corner, hoping for a little bit of a better delivery to see if we can seek out a man in blue. Then Harris leaping up for the header, he can't win it, but Reyes finds himself with an option, finding to Elliott, but a decent save made by Ben Amos. We reach the 60th minute mark in the second half now, no one yet to score. Port Vale still looking strong in their attack, but Reyes really good in the tackle at the same time, looking to be able to see if he can create some sort of attacking sense of play now, finding Austin Parkin, but the touch is not good whatsoever. Port Vale going back on the attack. Curtis going on the left hand side, finding his teammate Garrity there, as you can see. Back to Stockley. Stockley now with an opportunity, going back to Curtis. Curtis with an option. He tries to turn the defenders, but he can't do so. And Wood picks the ball up there, finding Zenyais on the right hand side. Counter-attacking play, end-to-end sort of stuff in this League 2 fixture. Zenyais picking up the ball on the right hand side, finding Prince in the middle. Options are there. Welch runs into the gap. It's going to be Welch in front of goal. And JD Cook FC have finally broken the deadlock. It's taken 65 minutes to do so, but it's JD Cook FC 1, Port Vale 0, and it's that man Welch once again. Ibrahim Welch has been absolutely phenomenal this season. What a run, what a timing of pass at the same time. Did not expect that whatsoever, but the run was sublime, and he absolutely belts it into the back of the net there as the water bounces off the net, and it is another goal added to the tally, and it might continue on then. Literally straight after that, we go on the attack once again there. Elliott picking up on the left hand side, he finds Zenyais, he wins the header, and what a save that is from Ben Amos as they look to clear their lines, and they do so, but we still pick it up. Wood in the play now, as you can see. Zenyais offering support on the right hand side, but Garrity intercepts the play, and that is the end of that one. But substitutions to be made then. Tomlinson coming on for Elliott, Cunningham coming on for Parkin, and Prince coming off there for Partridge. 3 changes made to be able to freshen up the side and to be able to hope to solidify this win, bearing in mind it is still only a 1-goal margin as things stand. 82 minutes being played. Can Port Vale get themselves back into this tie and create some sort of an upset to at least get a point from this, as Grant picks it up on the left hand side. Bobby Gibbons can't pick him up whatsoever. Back to Curtis, ball in there, and Gibson hasn't been involved that much, but he has won a vital header out of the area, and we could go on some sort of attacking play there, but Zenyais can't find Mason Cunningham, but he is strong in the tackle, and he wins the ball back. Fight from the youngster there as Tomlinson picks it up on the left hand side to Gibbons now on the right. Cunningham's offering support there as Gibson goes forward. Gibson's now back to Zenyais on the right hand side. Can he now create something? Ball is in there, but Ben Amos collects nice and comfortably there as he looks to be able to offload it to his teammates, and he does exactly that. Garrity picking up in the middle, the number 8 for Port Vale, looking to be able to create something. A last kind of knockings for Port Vale, but Gibbons strong in the tackle. Welch picked out Cunningham there. Gibbons offering support once again. Cunningham looks to be able to see if he can make a 1-2, and he's being fouled. He's found himself in an ample bit of space, and Cunningham has got his goal, and it's JD Cook FC 2, Port Vale 0, and that surely should be it. And it's that man, Mason Cunningham, filling in for the injured Charles John, that has got the goal. He's had a few goals in the simulations games, but we haven't seen a goal just like this, and he has finally got one in front of the home fans. What a moment that is. He made a 1-2 of Bobby Gibbons. They linked up perfectly in that moment. He found him really well in a decent bit of space, and he has levered it into the top corner. No stopping that one whatsoever, and we are victorious in that one. And luckily that just kind of silenced any doubts that we had going into the latter part of that fixture, because it does finish JD Cook FC, Port Vale 0. Port Vale should have definitely kind of given us a bit more of a game in terms of the chances that they did have. There's no reason why they shouldn't have got a goal, but it wasn't to be. We took our chances, they didn't, and we come out victorious with a big 3 points and a clean sheet, may I add, in another League 2 fixture. And this is the table then, and it's looking pretty good for ourselves. We've still got a 3-point gap, bearing in mind that Bradford could close the gap over their game in hand, bearing in mind they've only played 12 to our 13. But we've played 13, we've won 9, we've drawn 1, and we've lost 3, currently sitting on 28 points. And we're really superior to the other teams that are behind us also, so bearing in mind it's probably only Bradford City that are really challenging us at the moment. That could all change, don't get me wrong, we could lose some games and that could completely change, but for the moment all is looking good. But that is it for this particular episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. Please like and subscribe for more content, and don't forget to hit that notification button so you never miss a video. Cheers.